Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and we got another 10 Car Tuesday episode for you. And this one we're going to do 10 Johnny Lightnings. So that's pretty cool. I think that's the first time we're doing Johnny Lightning in a 10 Car Tuesday. So we'll go ahead and pick them out. They are 10 unique castings. I'm not going to really go over any casting history in this video. We're just going to kind of take a look at them, and they're fairly interesting, spanning from, we got some older ones and some newer ones and all that good stuff. They kind of be in kind of a chronological order-ish, not really, but whatever. So this is from the Hollywood on Wheels series. This is the Partridge Family bus, of course. So you can read that too. Real wheels, got rubber tires. Here's take a quick look at the back of the card. Lots of stuff there. Would love the Back to the Future one, don't have it. I think that's really the only one I really would care to have. This is copyright date 1998, so pretty old. Let's go ahead and open it up. 20 years already. All right, so here's the little Partridge Family card, and here is the bus. Pretty cool, man. So this bus casting they just recently used again, or something close to it. This one doesn't have dualies on it, like the recent release. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. Partridge Family bus. That's a pretty awesome one. Careful, nervous mother driving. That's great. Just a really cool thing from Johnny Lightning. This bus casting is just awesome. They recently re-released it, so that's pretty cool. You got some legal stuff there. Johnny Lightning, copyright 1998, playing Mantis. This may have been the first time that this actual tool was released. Was for this line, because I think they made all new tools for the line, because they made to make the Back to the Future thing and all that other stuff. So, but really cool to have this one, and I think it's been released more than once. There's slight variations of it, but this is really cool. So that's a cool one. There's your car number one for our 10 Car Tuesday. Next one is another kind of goofy one. We got the GMC van in Pez livery. This is Johnny Lightning True Grit series, a tribute to America's heavy haulers. Kind of an interesting one. Here's the back of the card. Should we zoom up a little bit so you can see more of that? Is it really that necessary? Johnny Lightning Collector Club. This copyright date is 2000, so pretty old, 18 years old. And let's go ahead and open it up. So this is going to join my van collection. For a second, is that plastic? No, that is metal. It's just painted black. Go ahead and zoom in. Kind of a goofy one. This GMC van is pretty nice. Ooh, gave myself a little cardboard cut. Whoops. We're gonna have to change out this background now. I got blood on it. Anyway, there it is. Pez candy. It's pink. It's odd. They painted over the windows. That's cool. And it looks all right. It's kind of neat. I like the GMC van casting. They've done some really cool things with it. This is definitely not going to be my favorite. Pez is kind of cool, but I was never nuts about Pez or collecting Pez dispensers or any of that stuff, so not super relevant to me, but that is number two in your 10 Car Tuesday series. Next up, we got a Mustang 1969 Shelby GT500 Coupe. This is in the, it might be a Mustang series. Yeah, it was a Mustang series. So here's all the other cars that were in the series. Right there. This, when did it come out? 2002 Playing Mantis is the thing. And then it's got another, some more stuff out here in the back. Johnny Lightning Collector Club. There's a Collector Club car. So they tried to launch the Johnny Lightning Collector Club, and you can still get the original one that they did when they relaunched the brand, when Round 2 relaunched it. There's still, that box is still available. I actually might pick it up because it's got a sweet GTO. Ooh, alright. Bust that apart. Here it is in orange. opening hood on this one. Detailed motor. This one's got plastic tires, but detail all around. It looks pretty good. There's a look at your metal base, metal body, metal base, plastic tires. There's that little weird card thing that came with it. And that's that one. So that is your number 3 for 10 Car Tuesday. Kind of a cool little Mustang casting. I don't think I have any other examples of this casting, so that's kind of neat to get. And then now the next ones are going to be kind of modern. So this was the original resurgence of Johnny Lightning under round 2. This is new for 2016, limited edition. It does not say to how limited it is. This is in the Classic Gold series. These actually were found at Target mostly when they first came out. So when Target, or Super Targets, I should say, Target was doing some experiment with diecast, adding more diecast to their aisles, and obviously it didn't go over too well because they don't do it anymore for whatever reason. But I thought, I mean, the aisle was always empty, so at least at the Super Target that was closest to me, so obviously it got shopped. I don't know why they got rid of it. They carried Greenlight for a minute, all that cool stuff. So this is your Jeep Wagoneer. This is definitely a nice casting. I think most people's gripe with it were that the wheels were way too small and they look kind of goofy. And I think I'd probably agree with that. But look at the detail on this thing. That grille looks greatly detailed. The back looks greatly detailed. Round 2, and the rest of these that we're going to look at are all round 2 Johnny Lightnings. Now Johnny Lightning was always premium and always detailed, but well, not always. They had some weird ones that weren't that detailed. However, round 2 gets a hold of it, and they just look fantastic. So, just really cool. Very nice. Very good quality. Looks great. All right, so next up is another one. This is also from that same Classic Gold release. So we really need to look at it. So this was 2016. This is the 1972 Ford Maverick. One of the other gripes people have about the brand is that they use plastic tires still. They're looking to ditch the plastic tires idea. And you know what? I'm actually kind of with them on that. I think that the plastic tires do look good, and they do a good job of plastic tires compared to a lot of other brands. Here's the card that came with it. But I don't know. I'm for them, especially if these things are $6. These cost more than Auto World on the shelves. And definitely, I don't think should, because some of them do come with the plastic tires. And they're not as detailed and nice as Auto World. So I don't know why that the Auto World comes at a cheaper price point at Walmart than Johnny Lightning does, but that's kind of interesting because they're definitely higher quality than these. I mean, again, round 2 did do a fantastic job of adding detail to these cars, and this is a really cool one. I got it in blue as well, the other release of it, and it is a pretty car. All right, so that's 5. We're halfway through. This one, exclusively at Walmart, Olds Cutlass 442 from Muscle Cars USA. Pull that one out. Now, this is a nice one. This one looks great. It's a nice brown color. There's your detailed motor. Looks really good. You get rubber tires on this one. Really nice wheels, Krager style wheels, and they look really good. So this is also 2016. This was 2016 Series 2, which I think got delayed actually and wasn't put into Walmart until later, at least my Walmart. These were really tough to find when they were supposed to have come out. And then they ended up kind of warming the pegs. And actually, just recently, a case of these showed up at my Walmart. You know what? And I should have maybe picked up another 442 and a Walmart exclusive one. But I don't think they're that rare, and they weren't putting production numbers on these at all in 2016. Which of course they changed, and coming up you'll see that. But I don't know, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. All right, so moving on, we've got a few more here. This is from the Street Freak series. This is your 1958 Corvette. This is version C of this new for 2017, one of 1256 2017 Street Freaks Release 1. This is in the Surf Rods set. Still comes with a little card there. Maybe that's what you're paying the extra $1 for, is that little card over Auto World. But Auto World comes with the boxes. I don't know, whatever. But here is the little Corvette. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did kind of pick this one up mistakenly thinking that it might be a White Lightning because of those white rims. And then quickly Googled it afterwards and figured out that it's not. I don't know if this hood opens or not. I'm trying to figure out here. I don't think it actually does. It looks like it might, but you might have to dig it out with something, and I'm not going to bother with it right now. But I didn't want to return it. I decided just to keep it. So this is the only version of this Corvette that I have, tooling of this Corvette that I've got for Johnny Lightning, and I think it's all right. It's all right looking. It's not too spectacular. Not my favorite one in this video for sure, but it looks okay. The other thing that Johnny Lightning does suffer from sometimes is like the stance issue where the base is kind of riveted on crooked, which we've seen a lot from Greenlight lately. So that's kind of a disappointment too. All right, so here's another one, limited to 1256, so very limited, version C. This is from the same release, that 2017 Street Freaks Release 1. This is your Ford Falcon Delivery. This one's kind of cool because it's kind of faux Golf. It's got orange and blue. Oiler on the back, so Gulf oil, I mean, come on. So not licensed by Gulf, but definitely colored to look like a kind of a Gulf vehicle. So this is in the spoilers releases. All the spoilers releases have these like blown motors, and they have no hoods. They typically also have plastic tires. So the argument they would come up with is for why they put the plastic tires, because these can be used for downhill racing and apparently are supposed to be very, very fast because they're heavy metal on metal. I don't know though. I mean, Hot Wheels though with plastic tires, it just seems like they have a lot less friction in the axles and do roll a lot better. But I don't know. I've never raced these things downhill, so I really am not the expert to tell you. But here is your Ford Falcon Delivery. It's kind of a cool casting. Kind of a cool little tooling. I would like to get just a regular model of it with the normal hood and all that stuff, but there it is. All right, so we've got 2 more to go, and probably the nicest ones of the video. So here we started getting really good stuff. This is limited 1256 again. This is version C again. By the way, they stopped doing version C. They did, now they just do A's and B's. There's no C and D, which I'm glad, because I'm going to collect 4 different variations of castings. This is Muscle Cars USA 2017 Release 1, and it is the 1970 Camaro Z28. So let's go ahead and open it up. So round 2 is just basically taking all the really good toolings from Johnny Lightning. They're re-releasing them, very highly detailed, and they're looking pretty darn good. So the wheels on this one look great. It's got rubber tires, of course, metal on metal. It's a very pretty color. It's got lots of nice little detail. I thought that was a paint flaw right there at first where I got my thumb. That's actually Camaro. It's a Camaro Tampo. So that is pretty cool. This is a split bumper. Shout out to Frank's Kids. Yeah, the hood should open on this one, if I can get it open. It's pretty stiff, and there it is. Some detail under there. Looks pretty good. Hood shuts pretty nice. I would say all in all, that's pretty cool. As a bonus, actually, I think I did a custom of this casting because I had a trashed one that I found. I decided to take it apart and do a custom of it. There it is. I think it turned out pretty cool. Rides a little low. It's on Hot Wheels Real Riders. Just thought I'd show you that. Just because it was right here. And so there it is. Pretty cool. That's actually might be the nicest one in the video. And then this would be the only thing to really compete with it. This is version A. This is 2017 Classic Gold Release 2. And that's a pretty cool looking truck. So that is your 1965 Chevy pickup. These are limited to 1256 as well, so there's not a lot of them out there. relatively speaking. And so when they went to the cardboard packaging, I think that was good that they ditched the clamshell. But I think they should be $5 instead of $6, just because it's more in line with Auto World, and I think it makes more sense. But I guess why? Because they sell. These Johnny Lightning cars do not hang out on the pegs very much. They sell. And this Chevy pickup is pretty darn cool. So it looks great. The wheels and tires look great. Detail looks pretty darn good. We got some pad printing issues on the tires, on this one tire, where that's obviously not centered correctly when it got tampoed or printed or however they do it. Should probably learn more about the process of making these cars. I can make more intelligent statements about them. So maybe I will kind of get into that in the future, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool. The bed's on straight. So Johnny, they just put out some really good, especially in the Classic Gold series. The Classic Gold seems to be where it's at in terms of detail and quality. But definitely pretty cool. And that's going to be it for 10 Car Tuesday. So you got 10 Johnny Lightnings. These two are definitely my favorite. These modern era Johnnies, I think, are pretty good. I think it's kind of hard to not like them, especially some of the castings. Now, I know Johnny Lightning suffers from not being in scale like some of the other premium brands. They're not to scale, so they tend to run a little bit small. Obviously, this van is not to scale with this car. They're just not. And then same with the bus. I mean, it's just not to scale. It's a larger casting, so that is one maybe gripe that people would have. Like, this Mustang is pretty huge, I think, compared to what it's supposed to be. And their scale has kind of jumped all over the place throughout the years. This is obviously is not to scale. So that's one gripe as a premium brand. Racing Champion suffers from that same thing. All the cars are 3 inches long, so they're almost like M2 size, which M2 is also not true 1/64 scale. But still, for little tiny detailed vehicle replicas, I think they're definitely pretty cool. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to another 10 Car Tuesday. I may do another Johnny Lightning one. Probably won't be back-to-back, but I know I've got enough cars to do another one. So you'll probably see another one sometime in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.